Hello, everyone. This is Joseph Lucier here. Let me get me straightened out. This is the Tongren weekly session. My name is Joseph Lucier, and we offer free distance healing sessions for anyone. Let's see, anyone on the planet. Yeah, that's it. And it seems like I heard today they're going to put a nuclear power plant on the moon. So we will also be able to offer our Tongren sessions for anybody on the moon at that nuclear power plant. And that will start shortly. So just to keep everybody informed, and want to make sure we're seeing. If people are watching us on Facebook, please chat in to make sure, because there does seem to be some challenge with the connections. And I just want to make sure I do as I did in my previous life as an engineer, document everything and then document it again. So we will begin right now. For people that are new to us, this is a distance healing technique which offers an actual holistic approach to opening a blockage that causes resistance in the body for healing. So imagine if there is something interfering with your healing and you remove that, what happens is the greatest resources of the entire body are unleashed. And that is actually the best way to heal from anything. And let me see if I can actually work on some of these things here. Okay. And let's go to our other place. We're on Facebook, but we're also on my website, anusarwellness.com, and we live stream right at this moment, but I think there's a 1 or 2 second delay onto our website. And if you don't see it, you just refresh and you should be okay. But what we're here for is to work directly, person by person, with different conditions. So we have tools because we know from a distance healing and the quantum biology perspective that if we can focus and add data or information through the use of quantum biology biophotons or the human heart of compassion and connecting to the collective unconscious, we can actually do great work. So let's begin. And it seems people have entered their requests for quite some time. Let's go to the beginning. Oh, there we go. I see the problem. The chat was not cleared. Okay, Gartour, 2:03 p.m. Let's begin right away. So for people that are not yet aware, we do teach Tongren. In fact, we have the Masterclass. If you have experience, you can jump right into the Masterclass on, I think, the 16th. But we'd like to see you in our Masterclass. So I am on YouTube. Thank you, Happy Mama. You're the best. YouTube is working, but I think that's the only one. And the website. So. Oh, no, that was July 31. Yes, on July 31, we were on YouTube. That is correct. But what about today? So for Gartour, we tap for arthritic pain in the fingers and knees and type 2 diabetes. So remember, type 2 diabetes is insulin resistance. If you lower your fat intake to 10 to 20%, eat whole foods, avoid animal products, you can reverse your diabetes. If you don't believe me, get the book, The Cure for Diabetes by Dr. Gabriel Cousens. I actually worked in his healing center in Arizona for 3 months, so I can vouch exactly for that. Sleep apnea, sleep tape at night, force you to breathe through your nose. Sleep apnea can be remedied. So blood flow to the brain. We do a 3-part process as we teach it in our class. And remember, for anyone interested in joining our Tweener workshop, learn how to do it with the hands-on. So in 2 weeks, a week from Saturday, we teach you to do the distance healing of Tongren. On August 30, the in-person Asian bodywork therapy. And we have a person here going, Leonard is here. He'll be joining us in Dedham, Massachusetts as well. So blood flow to the brain, that's part 1. Get the brain going, unless nobody here needs a brain tune-up. I guess I'll do that just for myself. But arthritic pain is inflammation, T1 to T8. And then arthritic pain specifically for the fingers and knees. Fingers, brachial plexus of the shoulders going to the fingers. Lumbosacral plexus going to the knees. Let's do a little extra for the knees, bladder 54. And of course, everyone let me know how you're doing. And I see joining us Gartor, Edna, Radiant Pioneer, Kind Buddy, Unique Self, Sunny Gem, Rachel, Luna, and Rio, the Dynamic Trio, and Brave Civilian and Caring Creature. I love these names. Wish these were true for everyone. So type 2 diabetes, pancreas. Type 2 diabetes is caused by inflammation, insulin resistance. What is the main resistance cause is fat and poor fat in diet. Anyone in the Boston area, join our health fair at UMass Boston in September. And the Veg Fest, I think that's in October. Don't want to miss that. Okay, and grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1 and sleep apnea C3. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. And Radiant Pioneer. How's Jim D doing? Let me know. Resolve and dissolve. Prostate cancer, L3. Bone spread, T1 for the bones. GB39 for the bones. Craniosacral fluid for the bones. So type 2 diabetes for Terry Q. That's an @ sign, which is the capital T2. So let's crack the code, and that would be type 2 diabetes with feet and toe nerve pain. You gotta work on your diet quickly. Feet and toe nerve pain means the nerves are deficient. Looking into the future, if you don't resolve that, which can be done through nutrition, you may lose your feet or you may lose your toe. No kidding. You need to think about this differently. It's not a lack of insulin. It is a accelerated inflammation created by improper nutrition and diet. It's not a medication deficiency. Think about it differently. Cleansing, detox, healthy fats, healthy diet. Think about it. The Cure for Diabetes by Dr. Gabriel Cousens. I worked with him as a student of his in Arizona. And let's work on heel bone spread for Jim. T1, S1 to S5, the entire spine. C1 to S5. T1 for the bones. Arms, shoulders, that's the brachial plexus. Anemia, increase your copper, and with all your greens, eat lemon. Calcium deposits, because there's too much acidity in your food and in your blood. It's being leached from the bones to deposit into the blood as a buffer to balance your pH. A good way to test specific ones is coronary artery calcium. But for this calcium deposits in the blood, a product called pH Adjust. First thing in the morning, it's like a baking soda. First thing in the morning, it will start to alkalize and buffer and create a situation where you're not leaching calcium from the bones, putting it into the body, and then it makes deposits in other places. That's working to buffer and to save your life and maintain proper pH. And high blood pressure, GV17, chrysanthemum tea, and beet juice. And for Emily C., ovarian cancer, what I would recommend is work with a therapist. You would have a castor pack with frankincense and DMSO. And spread to the, so L3 for the ovarian area. And for all cancer patients listening at the moment, I have a 2-part herbal process, which are gifts from First Nations and Native Americans. First one is a black salve from Tooth Feathers and genuine Essiac tea from the Ojibwe First Nations people. Those two are incredibly powerful herbal remedies. There are also the other routes people do, ivermectin and fenbendazole. Ivermectin has been proven by science to stop cancer stem cells. And let's do a protocol for Emily C. for oxygen, well, oxygen-less cancer, and that will also include the lungs. And then we'll also focus on the liver and needs hope. Don't give up. That's your homework. You can do this, Emily. Look up Chris Wark, the Chris Wark diet. He also promotes and recommends the SEACT, the exact same SEACT that I use, because it is the most effective, it is the most tested, the most scientifically proven SEACT in the world. And it's been used for over 100 years. So lung. So the oxygen protocol for Emily C. Phrenic nerve. Lung 1, lung 2. Going forward, it seems the most sensible and effective castor oil strategy, and I've been talking with some brilliant people today, Rachel, Luna, and Rio, all agree that it's probably castor oil. It is castor oil, DMSO, and essential oils. That's an incredible. Castor oil alone is amazing. DMSO alone is amazing. Essential oils alone are amazing. Those three together, and I was just reading within the last 30 minutes all of these reports about how good it is. So, and safe. Okay, so right arm and shoulder, that's the brachial plexus. Anemia, T1 for the bones, and add in copper. See vegetables, copper supplement, high iron and copper foods. I think even avocados is one of those. And then T9, the liver. We don't want to miss anything for Emily. So L3 for the ovarian cancer, and CV4 for the ovarian cancer. And that's where you would put the castor oil pack. And let me just get one thing real quick. All right, everyone, let's get back. Everybody out there needs to know there are choices. Sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes it takes a long time. I wish we could do all of this more quickly, but we never give up and we keep working on it. And let's see, we have still, so Emily, grounding, liver 3 and kidney 1. For any hormonal situation, sunrise, sunset, in a nutshell, the sun goes into our eyes at sunrise, very specific medicinal frequencies, hit melanopsin in the eyes. That is transmitted through a tract to the SCN of our hypothalamus. The hypothalamus communicates with the rest of the body, in fact, every single cell. It creates a precursor to all hormones, pregnenolone, and then the prescriptions for the specific hormones of the entire body are thereby initiated by that network, according to what you need, when you need it, what time you need it, where you are in the seasons, and where you are on the planet. That's the amazing thing of sunrise, sunlight, and quantum biology. Grounding to liver 3 and kidney. So let's tap for hope for Emily and Jim D. So everybody, chime in, give hope through the chat for Emily and Jim. And it worked for Jim. It's going to work for Emily, and it's going to work for everyone. Chime in. Good luck, Emily. Don't give up. Support everyone on our community for that and chat it in. I'm going to put it in myself. Chuck M, Denise, DB, sciatic, both sides, both of you? 2 people, sciatic, both sides, okay. Blood flow to the brain command points. And GB 30, left side and right side. This can quickly be remedied through body work. If you're in the Boston area, I work on sciatic a lot, but it's a very specific point you can do with acupuncture. And for Terry Q, the knees, lumbosacral plexus, bladder 54. And for everyone, again, diabetes, T8, right side. Foot and toe nerve pain, high dose vitamin B12 for Terry Q as well. You want to preserve the health of your nerves, vitamin B12. Anti-inflammatories, fermented or plain turmeric plus black pepper. High dose. Whatever the dose is on the bottle, double it. If it's a high quality fermented supplement from people like Dr. Mercola. Pancreas function and digestion, add A. So, microbiome, T11, T12, the inner terrain. The terrain is the key. With a strong terrain, germs are irrelevant. As they say in Star Trek, T11, T12, L4, L5 for the microbiome for digestion. Aloe vera juice is one of the best things for digestion. Above, we have a list of recommendations of the best sources. One of them is aloe vera above. Above this list, where we're scrolling, above the thing is a list of resources. Let me see if anybody has any responses. Okay, add A is attention deficit disorder. Thank you. So everybody, hope for Emily, and you can use it too, Chris T. All right, hope for everyone. Last time we prayed for Jim. He had a miracle response for his anemia before his prostate surgery. He did tremendous. So we want to do that again. The power of this community. So add A is attention deficit disorder. So let's do that right now, joyful guest. So that would be GB13. Increasing blood flow to the brain. Anti-inflammation. Remember, our community here is a collective. And we, as a group, can send out positive healing energy as a group, in addition to just me. GB13 right side, so C1, 2, and 3, and GB13 right side, and in Tong for inner focus, the third eye. Okay, Renee Simmons says, "Don't give up, Emily. We're with you." Thank you, Renee. Happy Mama is here. Okay, so for Edna, everything is the same. Weak left arm, leg, arm, hand, left foot drop. Definitely castor oil pack with frankincense is a winner. Command points of the brain, brain stem. Weak left arm, Edna. Vitamin B12. I know you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot of good stuff. For everybody listening today, baseline is colon cleansing. From there, you can build up. So Joe Tippins has a protocol, and I have a personal recommendation if people are interested in ivermectin or fenbendazole. A woman who has been formulating for a long time, contact me directly and I can get you a source. Yeah, you email me and I will give you this woman's specific. I only trust one person. I don't actually prescribe. I could. Ivermectin, it's over the counter, and fenbendazole. And I've seen tons of great research from Dr. Makis, especially from Canada, with his research and studies. But if people want someone to guide them through the process of using fenbendazole and ivermectin, I leave that to an expert that I trust, that I've spoken with, that I've referred many people to. And I will do that for you if you contact me. I will not put the information here. I just want to make sure that it's correct for everyone. Joe Tippins has general protocols. It needs to be customized. And Dr. Paul Marek, I don't know him. There's also Dr. Makis, but I would recommend the holistic practitioner that I personally work with and can recommend directly. We have a lot of people here today, so let's get going. Oh, that's why the list looks so long, because some are from July. Okay, that makes it easier. Let's catch up. Jim D, and we worked with Chuck M, Terry Q, Edna, and we did not complete all of Edna's stuff. So for the arms and the hands, brachial plexus, for the left foot drop and the lower legs, lumbosacral plexus, T1 to T8 for inflammation and the vocal cords, C3, 4, and 5, and GV17 for vertigo, MS for your arm. Good to hear from you, Edna. And let's work on the ouch points. Left arm directly, arm and hand, and weak right ankle. Foot soaks with clay will mineralize and nourish your feet and your ankles. Put a clay slurry, thick clay slurry with castor oil. Ouch point for the vocal points, also the throat chakra area. MS for your aunt, T1 to T8. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1, but also your husband's thyroid and granddaughter's heart. As I told you, which is a good thing to think about, I knew someone who had a hole in their heart, lived a full normal life, still alive to this day. It's been quite a while since I've been in contact with that person, but I grew up with that person, and then she was an adult. She was a swimming instructor, worked for the YMCA. So it's can be workarounds and can live normally. The body will do its thing to compensate. The only thing, maybe they will need some help in terms of compensating for that, for nutrition and circulation, maybe a little bit, probably not, and growth. Those things are things you can stress to compensate and to have a workable workaround. So thyroid, C3, 4, nodules, iodine, and the third recommendation would be iodine. Sea vegetables would be the first option. Second option would be nascent iodine from globalhealing.com, or Lugol's, which is a classic. But the nascent is the most bioavailable one that I know of. I would do a round of that and then use sea vegetables short and long term, thyroid tincture without alcohol short term. And T5 for the heart. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. CV17 also for the heart. So next we will have bones for the rickets, bones for the bone marrow for Happy Mama as well. Blood flow to the brain and activate the entire spine, but let's work on cranial sacral fluid for a complete lymph and immune system, for the rickets, and all bone issues for everyone as well. Command points of the brain, command points of the brain stem, for slow bowels, 5 days on, 2 days off, 5 days on, 2 days off, for 2 weeks for Cascara Sagrada, but a better recommendation is ozonated magnesium oxide colon cleanse from Dr. Group. There's a link above for that. So rickets, bones. And for lymph, for Happy Mama, T3 for the lymph, T7 for the lymph. And adrenals and kidney health for Tracy. L1, L2. Slow bowels, also that area. Lumbosacral plexus. Yeah, Tracy, if you email me, I can give you a protocol for the constipation. Belly massage, even like Mayan belly massage, if you're familiar with that, or Hara acupressure, also good for that as well. Tuina, lumbosacral plexus. And perfect blood, T1, GB39. And let's check the social media areas. Thanks. Renee is here. Thank you, Renee, again for your encouragement. So we have some good news. Christy here. Please stop for endometrial, peritoneal, lung, and liver cancer with ascites, which has decreased. Small airway disease, fatigue, low. Can you give me a little more detail on the small airway disease again, please? Exactly what is the disease? What is causing the small airways? Fatigue, low blood pressure, low red blood count, postnasal drip, systemic inflammation going on as well. So blood flow to the brain. And healing chi for Lara, GB13, right side. That's also the same point for OCD for Joanna, unique self. In Tong, third eye, some of these compulsions may be a disconnection from our true selves, our spiritual consciousness, so we can focus on the In Tong, third eye area, connecting to your higher self. and grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. Ascites and misfolding proteins in the DNA, from the DNA. Not enough oomph in the mitochondria to fold properly. But let's work on the endometrial peritoneal areas. L1, 2, and 3, S1 to S5. I'm sorry, L3, 4, and 5, S1 to 5. Low blood pressure, GV17. For that, I would work with an herbalist. Low blood pressure to me sounds like too much vasodilation. The blood vessels are too loose. Think about electrolytes, hydration, bitter herbs. Red blood count, bone marrow, T1. And again for the bones, GB13. And GB39 for the lungs and airway condition. T3 for the lungs. Lung 1, lung 2, Chinese medicine. Post-nasal drip, T1 to T8. The best thing for cleansing the nose is a neti pot plus oregano oil, or cyno-oregano, which is a saline oregano spray up your nose. Perfect match. And again, GB13 right side for Laura. Balance hormones, hypothalamus and pituitary, thyroid, parathyroid, and adrenals. Abundance through connecting to your true self, in Tong, third eye. And again, welcome Joanna. We worked with OCD, again GB13 right side especially, and GB13 left side, so both. Thank you, Wise Local, for saying hello. Sunny Gem. Oh, great. Leonard, you're here. I thought I saw you. And yeah, talk with us. And you can tell everyone that you're interested, that you'll be joining us for the Tween-hour workshop. But let's go. We have an honored guest, a VIP. You're all VIPs, of course, but we have Leonard as well. Another VIP. Blood flow to the brain. Detox and mold. Okay, let's do it. T4 for the skin. T9 for the liver. Inflammation, T1 to T8. Smoke from chemicals. So basically, Sunny Gem, you're saturated. You need to remove mold, toxins, chemicals by way of binding. And continuing on, sinus and lung infection. So C3 and T3, T9 for the liver, and tooth issues, silica and clay, silicaceous acid and silica to rebuild collagen and bones, and all tissue. Liquid silica from horsetail herbs is an excellent recommendation that I make for bones. All collagen and connective tissue. So lung 1, lung 2 again for lungs. C3, 4, and 5 for the teeth. T1 to T8 for the teeth issues and the lung infection issues and the detox issues. T1 to T8, T9 for the liver, and the microbiome, T11, T12, L4, and L5. Okay. So next we work with Rio for arthritis. Rio got some Qigong today. Was it today? Yeah. I forgot already. Some personal one-on-one Qigong. Just in time. Get rid of the inflammation, get everything going. Catch it right away. The body will just respond by healing quickly. So blood flow to the brain for Rio. Command points of the brain and brain stem and GV17. T1 to T8 for inflammation, and if I have this correctly, it was the right leg, back right leg. Let me know if that's correct. And Hashimoto's tune-up for a nice traveler. So for Rio, lumbosacral plexus, down the legs, ouch point, and T1 to T8 for the arthritis. Also osteoarthritis, left knee, and overactive bladder for kind buddy. But let's go first with nice traveler, C6, C7, Hashimoto's tune-up, dry eye, C3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Clarity, GB13, right side. Yin Tong, connecting to your true self. C6, C7, hypothalamus, pituitary for Hashimoto's tune-up. Sounds like a Japanese car repair. Osteoarthritis, T1 for the bones and T1 to T8 for any itis or arthritis. So in an overactive bladder, there are herbs, specifically Crystal Star Company, bladder strength, and of course, Kegel exercises, but an overactive bladder may be the kidneys as well, too much unregulated activity in the kidneys. Yes, Gwen. So osteoarthritis for Gwen. And left knee and bladder. Knees and bladders are connected. So let's work on L2 for the kidneys. S1 to S5 for the bladder. Gwen. And left knee, ouch point. So bladder 54 for the left knee, stomach 36 for the left knee, and the ouch point. So how's everybody doing so far, by the way? And we are being seen on YouTube. Yay. Oh, bronchiectasis. So we have 2 people dealing with bronchiectasis, brave civilian. Okay, you're welcome, Chris. Thank you. And the question is from Edna, can you use the clay pack you have? You mean like a poultice? Add some castor oil to it. It will make the poultice more effective. And then make it triple effective. Add some essential oils. Yes, that will work. And fancy person, and you're welcome, Chuck. So 2 people with bronchiectasis. Let's focus on that. And yes, let's do a shout out also for Chris D. Let's call it a shout out for people. Jim D is on the SCAC and Dr. Wheatgrass. Perfect. And the question is, how does one find a doc who is willing to work with ivermectin and fenbendazole? I have one, and I can send you that referral. For the 2 feathers, black salve, contact me and I will give you that referral. These people are kind of my sacred connections, and putting them in the chat may not be the best option for those specific people, but I worked with them literally for years, and they're fine. They are the experts. I do my homework, and they are the only people that I recommend. And trust. I have to trust people before I refer them to you guys. Deep Healing and Peace from Wise Local. Detox from Mold, we've done that. We work with Rio, and Leonard is tapping with us. Hashimoto's tune-up, osteoarthritis, all done. We are being watched on YouTube. And next, we have Helpful Local, and she is a local to me. She is in the Boston area, if I remember correctly. So, macular degeneration. So I would use the herbs from Ethos Vision. I would use the vein integrity, vein health from Global Healing. The link is above. Calf cramps at night. Oh, they're back. Oh no. Magnesium oil, magnesium chloride oil directly on the calves. Massage them before you go to bed. I did an unexpected hike for an hour and a half. Calves quite a little bit cramped, so I massaged them out, and it worked pretty good. Macular degeneration. So let's work on all aspects of the eyes. Ouch point for the eyes. Blood flow to the eyes. Facial artery. Nerves for the eyes. C3. GB17 also for vein integrity. But there's a product called Vein Health. Just for that purpose. And if you're an herbalist, get some hawthorn berry going right away. Handwise local. Let's do the 3-part process. command points to the brain, command points to the brain stem, and lower blood pressure that we had before, GV17. Even for lower blood pressure, GV17 is the place to go. Full recovery from stroke, massage. Blood flow, nerve flow, reactivate immediately. Don't take time. Stroke victims, massage. Castor oil packs on the area. Tongren, of course. And Marsha Zace. Also tapping for her. Remission from bladder cancer for wise. Local S1 to 5. Healthy gut. T11, T12, L4, and L5. To cleanse from mold, I highly recommend clay or Nikola Tesla based colon cleanses, those types of things. Julia in the UK, welcome. Do you know Dell, one of our biggest followers? So for the two feathers and the ivermectin and fenbendazole, I do have resources that I've been using for years. And Jim D will have a follow-up PSA. So whenever you do your tests, the PSA may be incorrect. What is correct are inflammation markers, at least 3, ideally 4. SED rate, HS, CRP, homocysteine, and melandialdehyde. And what is the dose Jim D is on for SEAC? And what specific product from Dr. Wheatgrass are you using? Heaps of hope for Emily from Wise Local. And let's do some more with bronchiectasis. We work with attention deficit. So let's work for lymphoma, for Jess. Oh, okay. So that's a doctor source for ivermectin and fenbendazole. Okay, I'm not familiar with that source. Where are they located? And that is one source. I also have another source as well. It should be customized. Command points of the brain, command points of the brain stem, and the lymph for Jess. Joe Tippins, hard to get specific protocols, but reach out to all of these people. My recommendation is someone who's a naturopath. And yes, you can use the clay pack for your ankles. I would make a poultice and leave it overnight. In fact, I would add comfrey oil. A comfrey poultice with clay overnight. That's what I did for my broken shoulders. And fancy person, lungs from the colon and cancer. You're welcome, Chuck. Blood flow to the brain. Lung 1, lung 2 for bronchiectasis. Lung 1, lung 2 for the lungs. T3 for the lungs, staying focused. CV17 especially for the bronchiectasis. colon cancer metastases to the lung. So lumbosacral plexus, T11, T12, L4, and L5. And fancy person, I did tap for your lungs. I just did it just this moment, and we can repeat some of that. Is there an herbal product that works for OCD? My first thought is ashwagandha, an Ayurvedic herb. That would be my first idea for that. Adaptogenics. OCD is extreme. So you want to balance out that. That would be adaptogenics. Like ashwagandha would be my first. They have a product called Stress Care from Himalaya brand, and that would be where I would begin. And lung 9, also for is also lung 9 for bronchiectasis. You mean the Chinese medicine point? Oh, on the hands. Oh, okay, yeah, absolutely. Lung 1, lung 2, and lung 9. The whole area of the thumb, the whole lung line would be fine. Absolutely. Yep, there's some more adaptogenics, holy basil and rhodiola. Those are good ideas, great ideas. Yep. Ashwagandha, which is an Ayurvedic, holy basil and rhodiola, more of a Western. Good suggestion. Thank you very much. Radiant power. And lung 9. So lung 1, lung 2, and lung 9, if you think that'll work, you are correct. And we will work on that on the thumb area for the lung points. For bronchiectasis. And who is brave civilian? And the question is, any thoughts on dandelion root extract for cancer? It is one of several in the ESSIAC blend. So therefore, it is good. Alone, it's great as well. It is especially good for liver detox, period, which will remove toxins, increase oxygenation, which will help with cancer. So dandelion root is also good. Sometimes in balance with the other herbs, especially the ESSIAC herbs, can be even better. So who is a brave civilian? Let me know that, and then let's finish up. And that is it. So people can see us on YouTube, but they're contacting us. Oh, Christy. Is it? Did I recommend that to you before? Probably did. Yes, it is Zara. Correct. And one last round for everyone. Great to see everyone, but thank you for that recommendation. Holy basil, rhodiola, those are adaptogens, high level, beautiful adaptogens for OCD. ADD too, I would say. Okay, so in case you haven't noticed, we're not on Instagram anymore. They require so many views or members, which I don't have. Therefore, they kicked us off of live streaming. So let's do some Qigong for everyone. Relax. Focus on the area that you want to heal. Putting your mind there, as they say in Chinese, Yi Dao Qi. The mind will lead the Qi to that area for healing. Self-healing technique. You can do it. and additional lungs for Rachel, arthritis for Rio, for the eyes, for macular degeneration, the bones, the microcosmic orbit, crystal palace, cancer, oxygen, flood the body with biophotons, communications to add oxygen, sunrise, sunlight, or sun in general creates easy water, which creates a higher charge in the water in our bodies, which creates a higher voltage and higher bioelectricity in the body. Simple way. And grounding as well, which is a walking barefoot on the earth, will give you a free antioxidant session. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Let me just quadruple check to see if anybody's here. Thank you, Renee. And we'll play the clearing tone because we want to fill the space. It's got all this great stuff, all this stuff going on, and then just put it into entrainment with the signal of the bowl. And the question is, do I do personal healing sessions? I do body work, Asian body work, in the Tam healing style in Dedham, Massachusetts, very close to Watertown. I also do Tongren healing sessions one-on-one by Zoom. And of course, I could do those in person as well. Oftentimes when I meet, I either online or at the bodywork session, we also review nutrition, herbs, light therapies, quantum biology, in a simple way, just to integrate every possible thing to support people. So, fancy person, let me know if you have any questions. Let's see. I can actually add a link here for Dedham. Let's see where it is. And there it is. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a great day. Look forward to hearing from you next time and hearing all the good results. Keep up the good work. Don't give up hope. That's your homework. And I just want to give out as much information as possible on all aspects to help people. And I will be signing off now. Ciao.